Hello, welcome to your Monday Shakeup. I am so excited for today's episode because I shared last week my habits on my story, and I was writing these, what I call my dream habits, and my DMs blew up. I kid you not. So many of you were asking me to share my habits and share the process of what I myself called my dream habits and outlining and really the benefits and all the things. So that is what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to share my specific habits with you and hopefully help you outline what your dream habits are. And so what I have in front of me is my journal in the Good Notes app. And so I will link it in the show notes, but the Good Notes app is what I use to journal on my iPad. It's where I keep my digital planner, and it's really where I take all of my notes. I am such a junkie for paper and a physical planner and physical notebooks, but I never finish my planners and I never finish my notebooks, and it's just a waste. So what I'm really trying to do is trying to move digitally. And so I use the Good Notes app, and every morning I wake up, I do my brain dumping, I do my journaling. We do it together. I know we do because you were always sending me pictures of you journaling, which I absolutely love. If you haven't, you have to send it to me because it's like, it just makes my whole day, and it just brings our little community even closer together. So let's just dive right in. So what my dream habits are is essentially what I would love my day from the second I wake up until I go to sleep to look like. This is like not while I'm on vacation. This is not talking about, random nights out or traveling or anything like that. Like, this is just my morning to night daily routine on a regular day, which is usually the majority of my days throughout the months and the weeks. And so I started writing these dream habits a year ago, where I would literally outline from the second I wake up, like I write what time I wake up, and I break down every single thing that I do during the day. It is definitely time consuming when you're first starting out your dream habits, because you're like, this is ridiculous. Like, I'm writing every single thing, but it has helped me so much when I'm thinking about what I want to be doing during the day and how I want to be spending my time. And it also really helps me because it has forced me to prioritize my health. And not just my physical health, but my mental health. It has forced me to prioritize time with my family, with my friends. It has forced me to be more intentional with the work that I'm doing during the day. And also acknowledging that I'm actually only working 5 to 6 hours. And so how can I be the most productive version of myself during those 5 to 6 hours? And so I started doing these dream habits. I actually have all my clients do it as well. We did it at our retreat, and it literally was us writing down what our ideal day would look like. And so I'm going to dive into mine, and I'm literally just going to read it. If you're watching it on YouTube, I'm showing you kind of like an example of what it looks like. I think my iPad might be a little too bright, but anyway, so I wake up at 6 a.m. So 6 a.m. alarm set. Actually, before I say that, I also want to acknowledge, this is like a disclaimer for you. This is by no means to make you feel bad, right? We talk about we don't need external validation. Like, I really want to emphasize that this is simply to shed light on what my habits are, why I have implemented certain things with the hope that it helps you. Maybe there are certain habits that I have that you want to take on and start implementing in your day. Maybe there's certain times during the day where you feel sluggish, and I'm doing stuff that is picking up my energy, and then that helps you. So truly, me sharing these is only to help you. So please do not look at this and think, oh, I can never wake up at 6 a.m. or I can never drink this much. Like, please don't do that. That's just not how we love on ourselves, right? And self-love is everything. Okay, so 6 a.m. alarm turns on, and I take a deep breath. I know it sounds so silly to say like take a deep breath when I wrote it down, but I have been waking up and just either laying there for a second and my mind is racing, I'm checking my phone, or I'm jumping out of bed and like the day just immediately starts. And I realized that what has helped me feel so aligned and grateful and just like balanced is the second I wake up or my alarm goes off, and I have a very soothing alarm, is just taking a few deep breaths and feeling just like grateful, feeling grateful that I'm awake. And I'm just doing it while I lay down, and it feels so good. So I wake up, I get out of bed. I've been starting to do this like right when I'm waking up, get out of bed, and I go downstairs in my living room and I put my happy light on, which I'll also link. And it's light therapy. So it has up to 10,000 lux, which is essentially the light that you get from the sun. I'm going to butcher that. I'm not an expert at this. It works for me. I love it. My friends have it. My cousin has it, like all the things. And so, but I don't know exactly the details of the actual light, but I'll send it to you. But it's supposed to help with seasonal depression. It's supposed to help wake you up faster, trigger your cortisol levels like early, so you have more energy and then can sleep at night better. So there's a bunch of benefits. I'm not an expert at the benefits. I want to really emphasize that. But so, okay, wake up, take a deep breath, go downstairs. I turn on my light therapy and I start drinking water immediately. So right away, I'm drinking 16.9 ounces, which is just one water bottle, while I am journaling and planning my day. And so in my Good Notes app, I have a bunch of different notebooks, quote unquote notebooks in there. One is a journal, and it's just like me brain dumping. I'm just doing my morning brain dumps. The second one is my planner, and that one is I'm looking through my calendar and going through all of the calls that I have, my meetings, when am I working out, what's going on in Sebastian's schedule, like, do I have dinner, what are we doing for dinner, like all the things. And I break down what is happening in that day. And I'm also like just mentally preparing myself for any meetings that I have. I also do that the night before, which we'll talk about, but it just really helps me align. And so while I'm journaling, while I'm planning out my day, I am drinking my water, I'm getting my light therapy, and I pick 2 things that I must accomplish in the day that would make me feel happy, that it would make me feel accomplished. So 2 tasks that I know that if I do nothing else, but I get these 2 things done, I will be happier. I will be more. I've progressed through my work day, if it's a work thing or if it's a personal thing. So there's 2 main things that are really important for the day. And then before I get ready, I make Sebastian breakfast. If Matt is having breakfast at home, I'll make him breakfast as well. And I don't eat breakfast before I do cardio. I then make everybody breakfast. And I then get dressed and I go do cardio. I try to do about 30 to 60 minutes. So really, like, sometimes it just falls between 40, sometimes it falls between 45. Like, I'm not really too crazy with the exact amount of cardio that I'm getting, as long as it's not under 60 minutes. And again, it differentiates depending on when my meetings are and when I'm starting the day. By the time I come home, the boys will have already left and gone to work and school. So then before I shower, I make my breakfast. It's usually a couple eggs and some turkey bacon. Every once in a while, I'll feel spicy and have like overnight oats. The egg sandwiches from Trader Joe's. The egg sandwiches from Trader Joe's are just so heavenly. Like, have you tried it? It's just, okay. Sorry, I'm ranting. They're just so good. And they're really easy to make. So have eggs, turkey bacon. Sometimes I have my egg sandwich or overnight oats. I then go upstairs and I take a shower. While I'm in the shower, I take a regular shower, and then I will slowly make the water colder, and I will try to get about 5 minutes of just like colder water. I by no means am taking a freezing cold shower. It's just so hard for me, but I'm trying. And that just wakes me up so much. And I get so excited to just like get out and put my towel on and like feel good and get ready. Then I start getting ready, and I just got a chair. So I usually have a vanity, but the bathroom that I have now just doesn't allow me to have like a full vanity. And so I have a chair that I sit down and I do my makeup. And since that is part of my day, I have actually forced myself to do get ready with me videos on TikTok. And while I'm doing my makeup, sometimes I'll get like an idea, or even in the shower when I'm doing cardio, like an idea of something to talk about, a topic to talk about. Maybe it's even something that I see on social. I'm like, oh, I need to share this. And so I have decided that during this time, since this is a time that I have daily, I'm going to try to be as productive as possible and create content. And so I've incorporated content creation in my get ready routine, in my morning routine, and I make these get ready with me videos. I have a little tripod and we can have a whole conversation about that. Just message me. So by that time, it's about 9:15, max 9:30. I'm coming downstairs into my office. So my home office is downstairs in my house. And so I start working. I have already figured out the theme of my day. So for me to be super productive during a work day, I need to identify what the theme of that day is. And so if I have a bunch of calls, and that will be like my call or coaching day. If I don't have any calls, I am deciding if this is a content creation day, if this is a market research day, if this is an outreach day. I need to figure out exactly what I'm doing and focus on those tasks, or else, ooh, girl, I will just go off. Like I will try to write a caption and then I'll all of a sudden find myself scrolling, and then all of a sudden I'm all over the place. So if I don't, that is like how I've fixed getting distracted and not being productive, is by batching my day and figuring out like what that theme is for the day. And also, of course, again, prioritizing those two main things for that day. And then, so I'll batch theme my day. I take a look again at my schedule. I figure out what I'm going to do. I dive into my email immediately, answer all my emails. I try to keep my email with only the things that are still open in my inbox. Everything else gets in a folder. It just, you go in a folder, you go in a folder, you go in a folder. Then I go get some coffee. And I go get some coffee. And I come back and I start drinking my coffee. And at this point, I will have 5 hours to work before I get Sebastian. And so again, I'm focusing on whatever that theme day is. I'll then have lunch, and it's usually like veggies and protein. Sometimes I'll add a carb. Sometimes I like to make like a little rice and salmon and some avocado and salsa and mango. And I just eat that. And it's just, oh my God, so good. And then I have a glass of kombucha in like a martini glass or a wine glass, just to make me feel happy and spicy for the day. Just the little things, it's literally, why not? Like, why not? Who says that I can't have my drinks out of a fancy glass? Nobody. And then I go to the bus stop at 3:00 and wait, even though I know Sebastian doesn't get off of the bus until 3:30, like 3:35. But I am always an hour early to everything. And I just don't ever want him to wait. And so I'm there a half hour early. And that is my time to like scroll, make silly like videos, make a phone call. Like, it's my time to do whatever I need to do, and just for fun. And then he comes home, and we, depending on the weather, we'll either go outside and play, go to the park, do whatever. Sometimes we'll head into Boston, we'll go to the aquarium, we'll go to the trampoline park. He calls it the tramp park, which I have a funny story. I know this is a shakeup and it's supposed to be short, but I make the rules and I'm changing them. But for his birthday, like 2 years ago, I was at a trampoline park, and he's like, "Mom, can I have a tramp on my cake?" And I'm like, "I'm sorry, what?" He's like, "Can I have a tramp on my cake?" And like, obviously my brain goes to, a picture of like Nicki Minaj on her, like a handstand and her legs. And in my head, I'm like, "A tramp?" And he's like, "Yeah, like a trampoline." I'm like, oh baby, no, we do not abbreviate trampoline. Like, that's just a full word. I'm like, I will try to get you a tramp on your cake. Anyways, digressing. So where are we? I'll go to the trampoline park. And so we'll do any outdoor activity if we can. If not, we're home, like literally chilling on the couch. I'm playing Roblox with him. We sometimes play Madden, even though I absolutely hate it. And I don't know how to, I don't know the buttons to press, but we're like doing some sort of activity. We'll do his writing wizard, which works on his like alphabet. We'll do whatever activity together. Then I start making dinner, which is an early dinner for me, but I try to eat early. And then I take him to boxing with me. This has been something that I've been doing now for about a week. or 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks. And I love it. And he loves coming to boxing with me. And he gets to just like sit there and watch me box. And it's just the best thing ever. And sometimes he's on his phone. He's just like chilling. And so he comes with me. Either I take a 5:30 class and he comes with me, or 6:30 and he can stay home. So depending on what he's in the mood for, I come home, I have a protein shake. Matt will have been home at this point, have dinner, all just hang out, chill. They play Madden, they do all the things. I then go and shower and do my skin routine. Sebastian starts bedtime at 7:15, 7:30 max, because it takes that boy a minute to unwind, like brush our teeth, shower if he needs to shower, get his outfit ready for the next day. I get his bag ready the night before, because I just can't think in the morning. You know what I mean? Like, do you ever feel like that? Like, my brain just is not operating as quickly. And so I don't want to be spending my time like getting his bag and stuff ready. So all snacks, everything is ready the night before. Outfit is laid out, like down to the socks. Everything is laid out. So all he needs to do is get up and get dressed. And then he goes to sleep. 8:00. I go downstairs, we hang out, and then I journal, plan my day for the next day. So I take a look at my schedule. I figure out if there's anything that I need to do, any tasks that like I don't have the assets for. Like I know what's happening the day before, even though I know I'm going to review that again the morning of. It just helps me so much. And then we'll watch a show. And then the latest I stay up is I have 9:50 p.m. I need to be saying goodnight and going upstairs. Like, if I am up past 10:00, I am exhausted in the morning. And so that is literally my day from 6 a.m. all the way until 10 p.m. And it has taken me so much time and so many different like trial and error, like schedule planning to get this quote unquote right, and right for me, like right so I can feel good, so I can feel happy, so I can show up 110%. And so if you're listening to this podcast and you're like, wow, these habits sound amazing, like I need to do exactly what she's doing, that might not work for you. Figure out what parts of even my list that I share that you would like to borrow and implement into your day. But figuring out what habits really, really work for you is so important. When Matt is traveling, which is honestly a lot, I actually do my cardio at home and then eat breakfast, shower, get ready, all before 8:10 when I drop off Sebastian. So my day is kind of just like sped up a little bit more in the morning. And those are the days that I would only do like 30 minutes of cardio rather than, 45, 60 minutes. But that's my day. And I started this by writing my dream habits of like every single thing. What would my dream day be? And this is what we ended up with. And it's been so amazing to see it come to life because I've just been so much more productive. I hope this helps you take some time to outline what your dream day would look like and implementing your dream habits, like drinking a gallon of water is something that I do every single day. And that is one of my dream habits. I know that if I do that every day, I will feel so good. Allocating time to work out, allocating time to journal. Think about what you want in your day and how you want to actually design your life. And I hope this helps. And let me know some of the habits that maybe you are borrowing from my routine. All right. Love you. Bye. And don't forget, no matter what, she did it anyway.
You did it, Mom.